So let us cut to the chase on the voter ID issue. A lot of people told me before the law changed that they would go to the polls and they would reach for their wallet for their ID, and the person would say, no, we don't have to see anything. And the person would feel invalidated. They wouldn't feel good. They feel cheap. Well, now they can show their ID and feel good. I know that's part of the deal. But let's be honest. A couple of times, if you're like me, I wouldn't have voted. I came to the polls once having just moved to Mount Vernon, had no proof of residence. I didn't have any bills, no phone bills, no utility bills, nothing, no lease agreement. I had the receipt from the Wisconsin State Journal that I was going to have the journal delivered to that address. I brought the receipt in and they said, okay, vote. Another time I lived in Cross Plains. I had nothing to prove. I was renting, splitting a whole house with somebody else. I had to have the person come and vouch for me. That person was registered voter in Cross Plains and said, oh yeah, he can vote. Well, they've done away with that, so twice I wouldn't have voted. If you look on the website for the Government Accountability Board, and they show you what you have to bring to register to vote, it's very complicated. They say a utility bill, phone bill, electric bill, earlier than 90 days out from the election. Now that's kind of confusing. They should have said within 90 days. Or if you have something older than 90 days before, it doesn't work. But you have to kind of decipher what it means. Let's face it. There are times when people are going to just show up, try to register that day. They won't have the stuff they need. They won't have the documents they need. And they will go home without voting. That's true. It will happen. There'll be fallout. But let's face it, it's also something else true. If you really want to vote, you can find the ID. You'll do what you have to do. When I was 18 and I wanted to go to the dog track in Florida, you had to be 21, but I got a fake ID. I went down and paid the people to falsify my documents. Yes, the truth is, if you really want one, you can get one. You can send me some hate mail if you want, but those are my 2 cents. My 2 minutes are brought to you by Edge Construction and Capital Consultants Bill McCussion, a lobbyist who worked for Tommy, who has an ID and who gets things done downtown. Because about this and more on the radio tomorrow at 8 on 92.1 FM The Mic, The Mitch Henck Show. Talk to you then.